episode of INspiraiton, we're taking a closer look at the Alchemy Advanced Course Pioneering Leadership, and specifically one of the 12 inspiring women who courageously said yes to doubling down on themselves as a leader and venturing into uncharted territory, ultimately creating a new future for themselves. Check it out.
The first question that we want to address is, sometime in March of this year, just before the pandemic, we had a conversation about the advanced course Pioneering Leadership. And Alex, you said, I'm in, I'm ready. Mm-hmm. So what at that time did you hear or experience, or were you curious about? There's so many things that you can say, I'm in or I'm out. And mm-hmm. You went, yes. So what did you hear in Pioneering Leadership, the advanced course, that had you really kind of go, lay it down and go, I'm in?
The experience I've had with Alchemy so far has made it very easy for me to say I'm in. I don't even really know what I was saying I'm in for, except that knowing where I was at before I even started the coaching sessions with Alchemy, and then where I've got to, where I was able to get to, and then knowing that there was still more to explore, still more to do for myself. How could I say no? So I was very excited with the opportunity to be considered for that. I knew it would be a very special group. What I have, even if we're not all on the same points in our lives, the experiences and what you take away from hearing what everybody is going through has really helped me realize maybe where I needed to be, where I need to focus.
Yeah. I love that you drew on, your past experience coupled with the value of the coaching. And I know specifically for you, for everyone, and specifically for you,
yes,
that was it. And I just like to hear from your point of view, because this is how I say it, and I could be dated. I might need to update this a little bit. What I say to clients who are, on the fence about the coaching, we call it the miracle grow of our work. That stuff that you put on plants, once the seeds are in the ground. Isn't that true?
Absolutely. It has been for me. It has been for me. Yeah.
So
it really made me clear and helped me get to where I wanted to get to, where I was a little stuck, or where maybe I wasn't really taking control of my future by doing the things I needed to do to get there. I was kind of waiting for them to happen. So by being able to put it in front of me and seeing and getting the coaching, I was able to have a plan to do what I needed to do to get there versus waiting for it to happen.
Yeah. And it's so great. In my listening, the word stuck, I think a lot of us can experience ourselves, whether we're stuck with a boss or we're stuck with a spouse or we're stuck with a child. Mm-hmm. And I mean stuck, like almost uncomfortably frozen. Is that and I had a coach tell me once that stuck is the formaldehyde, which if you've ever, is
yes,
the formaldehyde of indecision.
Yeah.
So powerful.
Yeah.
And when I got that, it's wow, what there is in front of me is to powerfully choose.
Definitely.
Yeah. So thank you for all that. And then the second question is, and this is specifically for you, because you're not the only one practicing this, and we've had some powerful conversations about it, so I want to bring it up. This idea of slowing down, Alex, so many people are oh, it sounds so good. I just need a double espresso to slow down. It sounds so good. Yeah. So what have you noticed so far, and I'm going to say there's much more to come on this one. What have you noticed so far is just kind of now simple for you in the area of slow down, and or what is still challenging about that as a practice? Oh, I'm so glad you did that. Please.
It is hard. It's hard to slow down when you're used to a certain pace. And when I have been able to slow down, I've noticed that my vision is wider, and I get more curious, and my curiosity then leads to the questions that then lead to things that I can probably be doing different or better or whatever. But I think that that's still the part that I'm challenged with. I think of the putting myself, because the two things for me were two starts, the putting myself as a priority, done good with that. The slow down is the part that is because we've just identified it not that long ago, because that's where I was stuck, or not clear, is a better way to phrase it. And then now trying to be aware of it and making the effort to do that, it's been tough. It hasn't been easy.
Yeah.
It has not been easy.
It's amazing how much I think as a society, and even as a cultural norm, and even for leaders, and specifically women leaders, sometimes without even knowing it, we value, the movement over the points on the board. Let's call it that. If we were on the court, right? There's like, what's happened? Oh my God, well, everybody was playing so hard. Well, what got put on the board? Like, what were the points on the board? And this slowing down, I love how you say that you notice that your thinking and your questions are expanded. And that expansion can allow for more momentum over speed. And it's just so easy to get on that train, the speed train.
Yeah. Well, the whole day goes by, and then you realize I didn't take the time to slow down, and where could I have to be able to get something better out of it. And I'm almost having to think about carving out the time to slow down versus it trying to identify it throughout the day, because it's not happening.
Yeah.
So I almost have to purposefully seek out the time to, like I've sought out the time to give myself my priority. I need to seek out the time to find out why it makes sense to slow down, and then what I want to slow down about.
Yeah. I also find too that sometimes the simple act of saying those words out loud next to each other, let me just slow down before I make this next call. Let me slow down before I say yes or no. Just almost saying it inside or outside helps me to, practice that slowing down. And I have definitely noticed that once I slow down, I absolutely ask incredibly higher, more quality questions, and I can take more into consideration. Yeah, so more to come on that one.
I'm discovering that. I'm working on that.
Interested in watching other episodes? You can find them all at our website at www.thealchemyleaders.com. Or better yet, follow us on Instagram at _thealchemygroup_. There you will be the first to know when the latest episodes of Inspiration drop. Now, above all else, be sure to share this episode and any other episodes with another leader who could potentially use an extra dose of inspiration today.